Hi and welcome. A cat is on the table. A cat is the table. So in the second sentence, something is missing, right? What is missing? The word on is missing in the second sentence. Does anything change if the word on is removed from the second sentence? Yes, the entire meaning of the sentence is completely changed only because of the word on. In the first sentence, on is telling us the connection between the cat and the table, whereas in the second sentence there is no on, so the sentence means the cat is the table, which is not at all right. So the word on is very important to convey the meaning in the right way, whatever we wanted to convey. So what is on here? The word on is a preposition. So prepositions are very important in any sentence to convey the right meaning in the bright way. So in this video you are going to learn about the preposition and the kinds of prepositions of English language. So shall we start? But before we start, I'd be really very happy if you please click on the subscription bell, like buttons, and do share the video so that I can come up with many this kind of videos in the future. And if you're ready, let's start. Welcome back. Preposition is the sixth one in the parts of speech of English language, and if you really want to know about the parts of speech, I have given the link in the description below. You can watch the entire video about parts of speech and come back to this video on prepositions so that you would understand preposition in a better manner. So what is a preposition? Preposition is a word which is placed before a noun or a pronoun, and what does it do? It links or relates that particular noun or a pronoun with the other words in a sentence. For example, there is a cow in the field. The word in is placed before the field. Field is a noun and before it is placed, so it is a preposition. And what is it doing? It is connecting or relating the field with the cow. So it links these two words in the sentence. In a similar way, the cat jumped off the chair. So off is a preposition, and the book is on the table. On is connecting the book and the table. So on is a preposition. So prepositions really connects a noun or a pronoun in a sentence to the other words of a sentence. Prepositions are normally placed before a noun or a pronoun, but sometimes they are placed at the end of a sentence. And there are certain rules about this. The first one is when the object of the preposition is an interrogative pronoun like what, who, whom, which, where, the preposition is always takes the end position. For example, if you see in a sentence, what are you thinking of? The word of is placed at the end of the sentence. And what is the object of this of? Of course, what, which means you are thinking of what. So what is the object of preposition? That's the reason it is placed at the end of the sentence. In a similar manner, in the second sentence, who are you talking to? Which means you are talking to who. So who is object of. So when this is the case, preposition is placed at the end of a sentence. In a similar manner, in the second one is when the object of the preposition is a relative pronoun that, then also preposition takes at the end position of a sentence. For example, here is the book that you asked for. So for is a preposition and it is placed at the end of the sentence because the object of for is that. The second sentence, this is the dish that she is fond of. So of is a preposition. The third one is when the object of the preposition is an infinitive, that is to infinitive. The preposition obviously takes the end position. That means at the end of a sentence after the to infinitive verb. For example, this is a good hotel to stay at. At is placed at the end of the sentence. To stay is to infinitive in the sentence. And the next one, I need a pencil to write with. So with is a preposition placed at the end of the sentence. To write is to infinitive. And the next one and the fourth one is when in some sentences the relative pronoun is hidden. It is not seen, but it has implied meaning in it. So in those sentences the preposition is placed at the end of a sentence. For example, this is a house I lived in. So where I lived actually, but where is not seen, it is implied, it is understood in the context. So in is placed at the end of the sentence. The second sentence, this is the girl I told you of, that I told you of. So that is understood in the context. When this kind of situation is there, we place preposition at the end of a sentence. Or else a preposition is always placed before a noun or a pronoun, and it connects the noun or a pronoun with the other words in a sentence. Now let us try to see the different kinds of prepositions of English language and try to understand about them in detail. There are four kinds of prepositions in English language. The first one is simple prepositions, the second one is compound prepositions, the third one is phrase prepositions, and the fourth one is possessive prepositions. And now let us try to know about each one in detail and take some examples and understand them in the better manner. The first one is simple prepositions. Simple prepositions have two categories, like prepositions of time, prepositions of place and directions. If you take prepositions of time, at, on, in, by, after, before, for, since, until, etc., these are all prepositions of time. Whereas if you take prepositions of place and directions, by, in, on, out, to, from, up, within, beside, between, etc., these are all prepositions of place and directions. If you see them in a sentence, I have a meeting at 10 a.m. At here is talking about the time of the meeting. So in the next sentence, do you work on Sundays? On, again it's a time. In the next sentence, I have a meeting in Delhi. In is talking about the place, Delhi. In the next sentence, do you work in a company? In, company, place. So these simple prepositions talk about place, time, direction, etc. The second category of preposition is compound prepositions. Compound prepositions are normally formed by prefixing, by adding a letter to a noun, adjective or an adverb. What kind of words do we normally add? A or B. A means no, B means by. For example, about, above, across, along, amidst, among, around, before, behind, below, beside, between, beyond, etc. These are all compound prepositions. They are formed by adding a or be letters before a noun, before an adjective or an adverb. For example, if you see them in a sentence, father divided the food among the three sons. Among is a compound preposition. And the next one, Raju stood beside Sita. Beside, a preposition. Next, dog ran across the road. Across, compound preposition. The next sentence, the bag is below the desk. Below, a compound preposition. So compound prepositions are normally formed by prefixing a preposition or by prefixing a noun, adjective or an adverb. Third category of preposition is complex, or we call them as phrase prepositions. They are the group of words which are used with the force of a single preposition. For example, according to, along with, because of, by the way of, in order to, for the sake of, on account of, in spite of, irrespective of, on account of, on behalf of, other than, out of, etc. These are all the words, combination of words which are used with the force of a single preposition. For example, if you see them in a sentence, the cat ran away from the dangerous dog. Away from two words which are used with a single force as away from, it's a preposition. It's a complex or phrase preposition. In a similar manner, there is a big forest outside of my village. Outside of, phrase, it's a phrase preposition. I spoke on behalf of my father. On behalf of, three words combined as one phrase. It is a complex or phrase preposition. In the next sentence, I dream of standing on top of Mount Everest. On top of, three words as a single preposition, and this is complex or phrase prepositions. So phrase or complex prepositions are used as a single preposition in a sentence. The fourth one is possessive prepositions. Possessive prepositions are used in the context of things that belong to a person or an animal. There are three possessive prepositions we can normally say. They are of, with, and to. The preposition of explains to whom the person or an object belongs to. The preposition with, used with objects, materials, animals and physical things, whereas the preposition to is usually used in the expression belong to. So if you see them in a sentence, he is a friend of ours. Of is belongingness of ours. He belongs to us. So in a similar manner, this is the house of our uncle. So our uncle's house. Of, relating possession. In the next sentence, I saw a girl with a pink dress. Pink dress is a material. So with pink dress, it's a possession. In the next sentence, this garden belongs to the government. To government. So it's a government's. So to is also talking about the possession. So these three prepositions normally talk about the possession of a person or an animal. So possessive prepositions are normally used in the context of things that belong to a person or an animal. Some words in English language are used as adverbs and prepositions also. So how can we discriminate them? So a word, when it is used as a preposition, it is normally governed by a noun or a pronoun, and that is a clue by which we can identify a preposition in a sentence. For example, if you see them in sentences, he has come in. In is qualifying come, it's a verb, so it is an adverb. So in is an adverb in this sentence. Whereas if you see in the next sentence, is he in his room? In is connecting he and room. So in is a preposition in this sentence. It is governed by a noun, room. So it is a preposition in this sentence. In a similar way, let us move on. On is an adverb in this sentence, whereas in the next sentence, the book is on the table. On is a preposition. In the next sentence, his father arrived soon after. After, adverb in this sentence, whereas in the next sentence, after a month, he returned. After, a preposition here. In the next sentence, I have not seen him since. Since is an adverb in this sentence, whereas in the next sentence, I have not slept since yesterday. Since is a preposition in this sentence. In the next sentence, the wheel came off. Off is an adverb here. In the next sentence, the driver jumped off the car. Off is a preposition in this sentence. So one has to be very careful while identifying a preposition in a sentence. So the clue is that a preposition is always governed, ruled by a noun or a pronoun. That is the clue, and we have to remember it to identify a preposition in a sentence. So I believe that this video will certainly help you to understand preposition and kinds of preposition in a brief manner. And if you really feel this video helped you a lot, don't forget to click on the subscription bell like buttons and do share the video so that I can come up with many this kind of videos in the future. Thank you very much for watching the entire video.